What's up, guys? Welcome to my Linux for Beginner course 2. In the Linux for Beginner course, we're going to be looking at what can actually happen when you boot your Linux machine. So what really happens when you boot your Linux machine? I comprise this into a slide to help you understand what actually happens when your Linux machine is being booted. So before we go forward into discussing things like the command line, how you use command, how you execute your type of command in the command line, most tutorials don't actually discuss this, but we're going to be discussing it because it is a major factor that you understand what happened during booting process. So I got a slide open here I created here for you. So in this slide, we're going to talk about the bootloader, we're going to talk about the kernel, the init system, the demo, the graphical server, the distro environment, and the application server. So what is the bootloader? The bootloader is the first software that runs when your computer is being booted. The first software that runs when your computer is being booted. The bootloader, it loads the kernel into memory. After you load the kernel into memory, the kernel then initialize the system. Then we have the demo. The demo is sort of a background service that starts during booting time. And then we have the graphical server. The graphical server is a subsystem that displays graphics on your monitor. This is the system that actually creates an environment for the desktop, create an incubator for the desktop environment to be able to sit on top. And what this system is made out of an X server, right? So it is commonly referred to as the X server. Now we have the desktop environment. It is a piece that the user usually interact with, what we call the GUI. It is a piece that the user usually interact with your desktop environment. And now is that desktop environment also an application that hosts other sub applications. Meaning for in Linux we have certain thing called the GUI. Now Linux supported. Back in those days they used to actually support things like only the terminal, but at least now we have a GUI that we can be able to interact and see. So the GUI hosts sub application that are created on the GNU project that are free distributed software. So to go in depth with the booting process, the bootloader, a load setting program called the master boot recorder, which execute the grand unified bootloader. The grand unified bootloader, it helps us with two types of booting, right? It helps with a bootloader and a managed bootloader. Okay, that is a little bit confusing. It helps with a bootloader manager and a bootloader. A bootloader just helps to boot the computer into start. But now a boot manager helps user to be able to select which operating system or OS they want to boot at a particular time. So I hope that clarifies the doubt between a boot loader and a boot manager. Now after that much happened, they then load the kernel. But before that, I want to tell you something about this, the grand unified bootloader. The grand unified bootloader consists of two things. Almost all popular distributions of Linux distro use the grand unified bootloader. The grand unified bootloader consists of a bootloader and a boot manager. So it is this grand unified bootloader that loads the kernel into memory. The kernel, it is that part of Linux that communicates with both a software and a hardware. It is also used for installing variety of applications and updates. The init system is this system that initializes, shortly for what? Initialize. It is this system that initializes something called the demo. The demo is a background service that start up during boot time, also that enables your computer to have access to things like the sound, the login, and it also helps to create the environment for the graphical server to be launched. Now, if the graphical server is launched, after it must have execute and run successfully, then it will then move to the distro environment. The distro environment is an environment or a software that hosts other application. It is this application that creates what we call the GUI that allow other applications to sit on top of it and to also communicate with the kernel. So I hope this was able to clarify your doubt on how the system is actually boot. Because with Linux, things get a bit complicated, and I don't want to discuss only the bootloader. My main aim and purpose of this video was to test every part of the booting process, and I hope I've been able to discuss exactly what happened during boot time. So thank you, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because here we're going to teach every bit and pieces of Linux. In our next video, we'll be talking about how you can use your terminal, how you can be able to use real command. We're going to discuss commands in depth and their uses, how we can use the terminal for various purposes, to install applications, to do other stuff. So don't forget, subscribe and keep following.